So, hey everybody, having a Stephen Lee day, I hope. Today, we're out here in a cemetery. There's a little thing of history I wanted to share with everyone. And, well, of course, you come to a new place and you find out even more history. So, who knows what else I'll find in here. This isn't exactly why I brought you here with us today. But I thought it was something to share. So at any rate, the founder of Bristol, this was erected in 2010 in honor of Joseph Ray Anderson, 1819 to 1888, the original founder of the town of Bristol. And so he erected the first building in the town and became the first merchant, postmaster, and banker. As the town grew, he became a prominent business, civic, and church leader, and remained so throughout his life. On the day before his death, he was nominated for governor of Tennessee. Isn't that something? But so there's more history here that I want to share with you. Hopefully you can read all that. Pause the video, read it, and we're gonna have to hunt and search for this other piece of history that I wanted to share. So follow along. So this is what I wanted to show you. Defender of the bridge, James Keeling. Okay, so James Keeling. Now, I will say this, there's different spellings. I'm not really 100% sure why. Here it's Keeling. In the history records I could find, it said his last name's actually spelled Keelan. But anyway, on that night in 1861, he lost his hand. He was the only guard at the Strawberry Plains Railroad Bridge. He was placed there to keep the Union from burning down the bridge. But Unionists came to burn down the bridge and cut off the Confederate supply lines. While fighting with Keeling, the Unionists lost their matches. Now there is different accounts of how many men he had to fight off. One account tells of 15, another 7. So, you know, we don't know the exact number. Either way, he used his single-shot pistol to wound one of the attackers and slashed at the others with a homemade knife. In the fight, he was shot and cut badly. Believing that he was dead, the Unionists got ready to burn the bridge. However, without the matches, they ended up leaving. Keeling managed to walk to a nearby home of William Elmore. He was so badly hurt that they had thought that he had been hit by a train. Keeling replied, "No, they have killed me, but I have saved the bridge." The doctor who was summoned amputated Keeling's left hand just below the wrist. Keeling refused to let the doctors make a cleaner, easier cut above the wrist, saying, when it gets well, with that little stump, I can hold my gun." So his actions touched the Stringfield sisters so much that they wrapped his hand and buried it in their family cemetery at the foot of their father's grave. After this incident, Keeling eventually moved to a farm near Bristol, where he died in 1895.
So is this where his hand is buried?
No, this is where he's buried. His hand is actually in a family cemetery that's not...
On Virginia's side?
I believe it is, and he's that cemetery is not open to the public. So
we won't be seeing the tombstone of the hand,
No.
folks, today.
No, not today.
But I hope you enjoyed this story.
And so let's look around, see what else we can find. And here's another really, I'd say cool.
Impressive.
Yeah, very impressive. The resting place of Evan Shelby.
Brigadier General,
Yep.
Alabama, Virginia Militia, Revolutionary War, 1794. Died age 74.
Yep, 74.
And they gave him a placard in 97.
I thought this was kind of cool too. This is the slave section of the cemetery. Unfortunately, they didn't get the markers and that others did. Thank God we're past crap like slavery. But at any rate,
It's good tech knowledge.
I wanted to point out that buried nearby are 12 slaves, including Old Si Goodson, who died in 1862, purportedly at the age of 132.
Oldest man in the world.
So that is that's really awesome. So hopefully you'll be able to read the rest of that if you'd like. Now, a lot of these here don't have any names or anything on them. They were Civil War
Casualties,
yep.
north and south.
You know, they had nothing, no way of knowing who they were. Then this cemetery actually began here, 1857, with the burial here of the 5-year-old Nellie Gaines. And hopefully you'll be able to read that. Pause the video. But that's something.
In a garden, the kiss of the sun for a pardon, the song of birds for mirth. One is nearer God's heart in the garden than anywhere else on earth.
So this was our video of the East Hill Cemetery, and you get on some of this so you can read it. But the graves of 57 Union veterans are located in the cemetery. 12 African American graves, and of course Private James Keeling. So if you like this video, please like and subscribe, and there'll be a lot more videos to come. I personally like doing little ones like this, a little known history, but you know, we'll have more. The kids are coming in like 2 weeks, so we're gonna have like a lot more from like Pigeon Forge, Gatlinburg, maybe even a couple more recipes. I don't know, we'll have to see. But until next time, have a Stephen Lee day.